All right, we live now. We live now. Wait for somebody to come in. Wait for somebody to come in. Bottle Sports TV. Let's chop it up. All right, first of all, I want to talk about Canelo Alvarez. So I like Canelo. I see a lot of things going on with him. You know, I think he the best Mexican boxer they got out right now. And I really don't agree with him not fighting Charlo and certain other guys. You know, he is the cash cow and stuff, but I really don't agree with him not fighting those guys and stuff. You know what I mean? I wish they would take the fight. You know, I see a lot of fighters not trying to fight each other. You know, a lot of politics behind this and stuff. But man, I really do like Canelo. I think he a great boxer. You know, I think he could beat the other guys. I believe if he do step in the ring with them guys, if he fight Charlo or you fight Caleb Plant or any of them other guys, I believe in my heart he can beat those guys. You know, he not fighting them for whatever reasons and stuff, but in my heart, I believe he can beat those guys. I truly believe Canelo can beat anybody step in the ring with. I mean, but him not fighting those guys is making him look, soft. Like it's making him look like he's scared. Like he's scared to maybe lose. And I'm really learning about boxing nowadays. I think guys are scared to lose. I feel like the warrior spirit is gone in boxing. I feel like a lot of these guys, man, they don't have that warrior spirit like they used to have back in the day. And I hate to compare them to the guys back in the day, but it is what it is. Guys, they not fighting each other. Things like that. Like I say, skill wise, I think he got better skills than them guys he stepped in the ring with. He didn't fight Charlo. He didn't fight Boo Boo. He didn't fight who else? He didn't Caleb Plant. He not gonna fight none of them guys at 168. I heard he do going on a European tour, and he ain't fighting nobody. So this is my personal feelings about that, and my opinions about that. The next guy I want to talk about is Ryan Garcia. So my thing is Ryan Garcia get on Mike Tyson talk show podcast, and he said he want to fight Tank. He said he ready for anybody. He gonna knock Tank out in 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying? He said he gonna beat him in 2 rounds, knock him out, talk all that shit. And then he said he gonna get. Then they said he gonna fight Pacquiao. But my thing is, they said it's gonna be not. They said it wasn't gonna be a real fight. But my thing is about that whole situation is that why you don't fight the young boys like you, the young guns? You know what I mean? It's 4 y'all in that division. Why you don't fight those? Why you want to go fight the old man? People tell me, well, it's for the money, for this, but get in the ring with the old man. Nah, don't get in the ring with the old man. Get in the ring with the young dudes. Get in the ring with dudes around your age. Nobody really want to see you with Pacquiao. I mean, you talked all that shit. You called them out. A lot of these guys, everybody calling out everybody, but ain't nobody fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my thoughts on that. I think Ryan Garcia need to fight somebody. Lopez, Tank, Devin Haney, somebody in that weight class, top guy. And In that Luke Campbell fight, he looked it flat footed. This is, he looked it flat footed. He won, what I mean? I covered it live and stuff. He won, so I give him that credit. But he looked flat footed. He wasn't as quick as he usually is. So, but I still think that he should fight the guys around his age. Let's get to this Earl Spence, man. I'm a big Earl Spence fan. I mess with Earl Spence really, really heavy. I think him and Terrence Crawford that make a good fight. But I'm just sticking to Earl Spence right now. So my feelings and thought on Earl Spence is when it's all said and done, he gonna be considered a great fighter. You know what I mean? Because his skill level is really up there. He got a good jab, he got a good defense, he do good in the high guard, and he aggressive. And he can take punches and also can give punches. So, you know what I mean? I believe Earl is a good boxer, and I believe he's gonna get better and better and better. You know what I mean? When he fought Danny Garcia after the year and some change layoff, a little rusty, but it wasn't nothing too bad. So shout out to Earl Spence. And next person I want to talk about is Terrence Crawford. I like Terrence Crawford, man. I think Terrence Crawford is a great fighter. You know what I mean? He's gonna be a Hall of Fame, him and Earl. I believe Terrence Crawford gonna be a Hall of Fame fighter too. And I see him and Earl calling each other out. He calling Earl out, talking slick on Twitter. You know how the game go. And talking slick and just in general. You know what I mean? Terrence Crawford a funny dude. You know, but his skills level, he got great skills, man. I'm never gonna take that from him. I would love to see them two fight. I'm leaning towards Earl more because Earl got better defense. So I'm leaning towards Earl Spence a little bit more because his defense is better. But I ain't sleeping on Terrence Crawford or disrespecting him with his skill level. One of the guys I trained, he sent me something on Instagram earlier. It said Terrence Crawford a complete fighter, said he'd beat Earl. And then my homeboy from up top, he always tell me that too. But like I said, Terrence Crawford defense suspect. So and I ain't saying suspect as in a way as in like he don't got good D. It's just he take too many unnecessary shots. So yeah, so that's the flaw I see in him. You feel me? So, but I still like Bud, man. I ain't got nothing against him. You know what I'm saying? I believe that's gonna be a good fight. I'm leaning towards Earl. I got 55-45 Earl. That's what I'm sticking with, man. That's what I believe. I got, I bet my homeboy on that fight. So that's what I'm riding with, you know what I'm saying? I bet my homeboy, I bet him $1,000 on that fight. I bet him 1,000. Yeah, I bet him 1,000 on that fight, if I'm not mistaken. 250 or 1,000, one of them. Whatever which one. He'll remind me when it's time, right? So I bet him big on that fight, man. I really did, man. I really think that's gonna be a hell of a fight. It is. It's gonna be a hell of a fight if it ever get done. Let's go back. Let's go to basketball right quick. Nonsense. Let's break this basketball down. Let's start with the Nets, the Brooklyn Nets. Shout out to Brooklyn, but shout out the Brooklyn Nets, right? I don't think the Nets going to win a championship this year. Then the Nets defense is suspect. You know what I'm saying? People scoring too high on them. Now I know you got Kyrie, you got Durant, you got Harden, man. They some great offensive players. They are. They some great offensive players. But my thing with the Nets is they can't stop nobody from scoring on them. What happened when the game get tight and you can't stop somebody from scoring? I mean, what happened with that? You know what I mean? The run and gun offense only take you so far in basketball. I know it's not a big man sport like it used to be when I was growing up, but the run and gun offense only take you so far. You know what I'm saying? Even though they got Dan Antonio as their assistant coach, but Dan Antonio never won a championship. He always had good teams, but they never get past the hump. You see what I mean? They never got past the hump. So I believe the Nets can win a championship. I just don't believe they can win one this year because their defense is suspect. Even as the so I think they're like 27th in the NBA in defense, but I just don't think they're gonna win it this year. But also, I don't know who's gonna win it this year because you got a lot of good teams that can win it. Like you still got Lakers, you still got the Clippers. You can't sleep on the Nets though. Even though I don't think they're gonna win it, you still can't sleep on the Nets, right? You still have you still got Boston got a good team. The 76ers got a good team. See what I'm saying? So everybody, even like in the West, you still got the Nuggets. They knocked off the Clippers last year. You still got Dallas. They a good team. So you know what I'm saying? I don't know who gonna win the championship this year. And even though I'm a Lakers fan, I'm really just I want the Lakers to win. I'm rooting for the Lakers, but it's not guaranteed. Nothing's really guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So even though I would love for the Lakers to win again, I like LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Some games they have good games. Some games they have bad games. Like right now, as I'm doing this right now, they losing by 2 points to the Hawks, but that's nothing. I believe the Lakers got a chance, but I'm not putting it in grain and talking about it's guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's guaranteed. So yeah, I'm not saying it's guaranteed. And to me, you know what I'm saying? So like when I was the other day, the one game when they played Boston, was it Boston? One of them teams they got it was Boston or one of them teams they got like 72 points in the paint on the Lakers. I ain't really feeling that. And Marcus Saul, he really getting older, man. He's not as fast as he used to be. But Lakers do stop people, but they turn over the ball a lot sometimes, and sometimes they just look rusty. But they still the champs. So the old saying: to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. To be the champ, you have to beat the champ. So in a way, I'm looking at it like, you know, Lakers got to start doing better. They got to start playing better defense. You know what I'm saying? Because defense win. Maybe I'm just old school, but I just always believe in defense first. Even when boxing, you know what I'm saying? Even when I train the guys at the gym, I try to teach them defense first and work off your defense. You know what I'm saying? Work your footwork. You know what I'm saying? Things like that, and work your jab and stuff, things like that. So yeah. And my last thing before I go, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Kobe, man. Kobe, my favorite basketball player. He's been my favorite basketball player since I was 12. Well, that was the year he came in the league when I was 12. So, yeah, so when I was a kid, he came to leave when I was 12. So he been my favorite basketball player since I was 12 years old. So man, Kobe was a killer on that court, man. Like the way he used to work, man, it was just he was just go hard. You know, like I used to always for years, man. I always argue with people about how good he was or how great he was, and people like they would always give me a hard time and this and this. But man, that guy was special, man. And ever since I was a young dude, man, I used to see him. He'd be out there just balling. You know what I'm saying? He just go straight at you. You know what I mean? He was just grimy with it in a good way. You know what I'm saying? That's you know what I mean. Kobe was my dude when I was growing up. Even when I was adult, man, I would sit there and argue with people, man. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes, man, Kobe one of the top 5 ever to play basketball. That's just how it's gonna be with me. You know, a lot of people always argue with me, this and this and this, but you know, personally, I don't care about that. I got big love for Kobe, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always gonna have love for Kobe, man. And you know, one thing about Kobe, man, he made other players step up their game because you couldn't go on the court and bullshit. You had to go on the court and actually get it in. You had to go on the court and you had to go on the court and play. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just reminisce right quick. So when I was coming up, man, we used to just watch basketball. That's when things was kind of different than it is now. Like those guys, man, they would go out there and play and just get it grimy, and they would just go hard. And it was just like you couldn't wait to watch a game. The games was like so tight. You know what I mean? It would be like a big ass defensive play to stop it. It'd be like this big defensive play might stop the game, or big shot. It go down to the nitty gritty, had you on the edge of your seat, like had your adrenaline up, like I don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That was pussy when him and Shaq played together. When I was a kid, him and Shaq played together. Oh man, I think that's one of the best 1-2 punches ever to play in basketball. Them boys out there being straight killers, man. Sometimes I wish they did stay together a little longer, but you know you can't always get what you want. But I really, really, man, I really, man, that was my dude, man. You know what I'm saying? That was my dude, man. And like that spirit that he carried around, man. That's when we was younger, growing up, and all that. Just watching him, you know, it made us work hard, man. No matter what we did in life, no matter what the situation is, we just kept going and kept grinding. You know what I'm saying? And just me, just like being who I am as a person and stuff. Seeing guys like them, like you know, actually seeing Kobe, Mike, and all them guys play, and just how they played and how they would just go and how they would just play, and it was just like I'm trying to take you out. Like you know what I mean? They had that like Mike Tyson mentality on the basketball court. You get on this court, I'm trying to take you out like Mike Tyson was when you get in this ring. I'm trying to take your head off. That's the type of mentality he had, man. That was like the coolest thing to me. I mean, there's a lot, you know, there's a lot of controversy with Kobe and Shaq and all that other stuff. But man, I just on the basketball court, I gotta give them dudes credit, man. On the basketball court, man, it was that was a hell of a squad, man. And they would just go, and it was just grimy, and it was just fun. And when you was young and you watched that shit, you was like, damn. And they would just keep going hard. And they would just talk shit, and it was just crazy. it was different. You know what I'm saying? It was really, really different back then. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't knocking the players for nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You still got players like that nowadays, but I was just reminiscing when I came up. So, it is what it is. But I think as time go by and everything changing and stuff in sports, sometimes I feel like sports getting really, really soft, man. But as things change in sports and things like that, for all my, young guys is watching sports now, and sometimes y'all, because you got YouTube and stuff like that, so you can go back and watch the old basketball games, the old boxing matches, the old football games, and all that stuff. You go watch that, man, and you be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? That was what's up back then. I miss that, but it's cool though. But I'm about to get up out of here. This is Brolic Sports TV. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share the videos. Follow me on Instagram at Brolic Sports TV. Um, Subscribe to the channel. I got a lot of boxing stuff on there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. One love. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share the videos. See you guys later.